everyone, Isabella here, as you well know. So today I want to talk to you about your health and well-being and why it's important. If you're anything like me, you have been spending your entire life running around after everybody else, caring about everybody else and neglecting your own health and well-being. And whilst this is admirable, if you're not here to look after everybody else, they're not going to thank you for it. So you need to really look after your own health and well-being. And you can do this in a lot of simple ways. So number one is eat real food. Eat food that you know what it is. You don't have to look at a label to tell what it is. So, for instance, carrots, broccoli, if they're mashed up in a plastic tray, then that's not real food anymore. That's food product. So eat the carrots and the broccoli as it is, as it grew in the ground. Just boil it lightly, not to death. Eat potatoes, eat rice, not necessarily lots of pasta or lots of bread. I don't believe in not eating anything. I think you should be able to eat whatever you want within reason. But if you were to eat a lot of bread every single day, you would put weight on and you wouldn't be very healthy. But if you eat carrots every day, you wouldn't put weight on and you would be very healthy. But everything in moderation. Anyway, eat things that you can tell what they are. Eat bulgur wheat, eat quinoa, eat rice, brown rice, red rice, white rice. Eat potatoes of all different colours. Eat every vegetable under the sun. Eat beans, eat chickpeas, eat lentils. Eat the things that are going to make you healthy, like herbs and spices. People tell me, but it's boring. It's only boring if you lack imagination and you lack the herbs and spices and you make the same thing every day. And if you gave me some beans and some potatoes and some herbs and spices and a few vegetables, I could make you 7 different meals that are very different from each other, one each night of the week for a week. It doesn't cost a lot of money. It doesn't take a lot of imagination. It just needs the know-how, which is very, very easy. When you know how, you can actually teach it to others. So eat food that looks like real food that hasn't been turned into a food product, because when it's turned into a food product, the idea of having any nutrients or any value to you is probably through the window. Now, number 2, move more. Now, I'm not telling you to go to the gym for 2 hours every single day, every day. I'm not telling you to run a marathon or prepare for a marathon. I'm not telling you to take up scuba diving or snorkeling or, I don't know, kayaking. I'm not telling you to do anything like that. I'm not asking you to become the next Iron Man. None of that. All I'm telling you to do is move more. Now, if you're saying to me, Isabella, I just can't move off the sofa. I'm too infirm, I'm too elderly, I'm too disabled, I'm too whatever it might be. I can't move. Yes, you can. You can move right there in your chair. You can use your arms. You can move up and down, sideways, inside, outside. You can, whatever movements, take your chair outside, sit outside, engage your eyeballs with the daylight. It will make you feel better. Now, you need to move. So if you can only take 1 step today, take 2 tomorrow, and then 3 the day after. If you can do 35 minutes walking today and that absolutely has tired you out, do 36 tomorrow until you build it up, build it up. Rome was not built in a day, and nobody is expecting you to go from A to Z now. It's a process. It's a very easy process that people like me can teach you. We teach people how to get healthy really fast through ethical sources. None of this diet industry rubbish. No pills, no injections, no starvation, no yo-yo diet. None of that. It's common sense. And we help people stick to the common sense programs that are created for them. If you hang around with 10 healthy people, you will become the 11th. It's only a matter of time. So your environment does matter. Who you hang around with does matter. Now, no one's telling you to go and get rid of your friends. No one's telling you to go and get rid of your family. Improve your environment by adding healthy people and healthy situations and healthy events to your current diet. and you'll start to change. Your approach to life will become different. It'll become more open. You'll be able to see opportunities that you never could see before. That's okay for me to say, isn't it? Because I'm not you, but I've been there where you are. I know how difficult these things can be, and I know how hard it is to take the first step, and you don't know how, and you don't know where, and you don't know who, and you don't know what to do. That's okay, because there's people like me that can teach you how to do that very easily, very quickly, and we can hold you accountable. The next one is water. Water is exceptionally important. People underestimate the value of water for the human body. We're about 60 to 70% water. If we're dehydrated, we get fatigued. We get brain fog. We feel like we do nothing all day apart from complain about headaches, and we just lack the will to do anything. One of the things that happens with dehydration is that you lose your electrolytes. You lose your little tiny micro elements like magnesium, manganese, silica, zinc, copper, all of those sorts of things. You lose them because you're dehydrated and you need to put them back in. And when you eat real food, not food products or something out of a packet that goes in the microwave, then you will always have electrolytes in your system. So you just top it up with more electrolytes every time you eat. Now, if you're dehydrated, you need to drink more water. And sometimes water by itself doesn't just work. So when you get something like diurolite or Celtic salt, you put a pinch in your water, that will return your electrolytes back to your body. Dehydration is something that renders a lot of people sick, and they don't realize that they are dehydrated. And we all go around thinking that we are hungry when we're not hungry. We think that we are having some kind of sugar pang or craving. We're thirsty. And the only way you will find out whether you're hungry or thirsty or craving for sugar or donuts, whatever it is that people crave for, is by drinking a pint of water. Now, people say, Isabella, water's disgusting. Not really. If you're dehydrated, it's going to taste sweet. If you want to make it more interesting, you can put lemon in it, you can put lime in it, oranges in it, rosemary, mint, cucumber. You can put anything in the water to make it taste better. Once you start to move away from soft drinks, tea, coffee, and all the other things that you drink, water starts to taste better. I used to be like you. I used to hate water, and now I drink pints and pints of it every single day. Obviously, I'm not overwatering myself because that's also detrimental to good health. You don't want to drink too much water and you don't want to drink too little. So what is the right amount of water to drink for you? Well, it depends on your height and your weight, your age, your activity levels. But a guide is around 8 ounces every hour. If you drink 8 ounces every hour, that your waking hour, then you'll be okay. Especially if you're in a hot climate, you will be okay. If you're in cold climates, you can probably get away with 8 ounces every 2 hours. The idea is to not drink all your water at once, but to regulate it throughout the day. Now, the next thing is sleep. Now, a lot of people in the West complain about not being able to sleep properly. I go to bed a couple of hours and then I'm wide awake. My mind is constantly churning. I can't get back to sleep. I'm panic stricken. I've got feelings of electricity going through my body. That's anxiety, and it's anxiety because your brain keeps churning over things that you think are important. When you're asleep, your body is going through a process of growth and repair. If you put the right fuel in your body, the right food, your body can process the food quite easily to repair everything that's gone wrong during that day. Now, if you don't get enough sleep and you've not put the right fuel in your body, then maybe just bits and pieces of your body will get repaired and will grow. But you can't expect to have growth and repair during the night if, one, you're not sleeping, and two, you're not putting the right fuel in. You need to put the right fuel in. If you put petrol in a diesel car, it's not going to go very far for very long, is it? And we're exactly the same. Put the right food in and we'll go for a very long time. If we take this scenario and we talk about Okinawa or the blue areas in the world, like Linda Loma in California, these people eat fresh food. They eat food in its natural state. They drink plenty of water. They have a community spirit. They hang around with healthy, happy people. They get enough sleep every night. They walk, they move. They don't drown their sorrows in pints and pints of alcohol in front of Netflix every single day. They're community minded. They get up and do things like we used to have to do in the olden days before TV took over and life took over. Sleep is very important, and there are several things that we can do to help us sleep better. The first thing is to regulate what time you go to bed every single day. Go to bed at the same time every day and get up at the same time every morning. Set an alarm. And then once you start to get into it, your body will take over and it will get up at the same time every day. No problem. Now, if you're drinking alcohol late at night and you're consuming lots of sugary, high calorie snacks late at night, your body's not going to want to get up. It's still processing all the stuff that it causes. It poison, really. So it's not going to be doing its job at night. So you're going to keep getting the sugar spikes and the toilet trips and all that sort of stuff until you learn to regulate your food before you go to bed, and then regulate your sleep patterns. Now, another thing you can do to ease into sleep is meditation and mindfulness. This has been a lifesaver for me. And anytime I'm awake in the middle of the night, rehearsing stuff in my brain that could have happened during the day or might happen in the future, I find that mindfulness and meditation really work, and I never get to the end of the meditation without falling asleep. And if I wake up again, off we go again. Now, first thing in the morning you need to do is have a good morning routine which sets you up for the whole day. And this one act alone will help you to sleep better at night. The first thing in the morning, after you've been to the loo, after you've done your mindfulness and your meditation, connect your eyeballs to the daylight. Now, this is how we used to be as we were evolving through evolution before industrialization. We used to get up with the sun. We used to go to bed with the dark. And we are still that person. We are still that hunter-gatherer person that needs to regulate its circadian rhythms with the daylight. Just by going outside there and spending 20 minutes in the morning connecting your eyeballs to nature, you are going to help to reset your body clock. So it wants to go to bed at the same time every night and get up at the same time every morning. If that involves going for a walk, great. Taking the dog for a walk, great. Going to the gym, having to walk to the gym, great. Standing outside in your garden, looking at the sky, great. And I don't mean look at the sky as in totally fixed to the sky. I mean, make sure that you can see the daylight, that you're not under a hat, you're not under a canopy, you're not sort of half seeing it through a door, but you actually connect your eyeballs to the daylight. Now, another thing we need for health and well-being is connection. And we need to connect with other people all day long. I mean, if we stay in isolation, we become unwell because we are pack animals. Whether we like to understand that or not, we are pack animals and we survive in a pack better than by ourselves. So if you're like me and you work at home the majority of the time, then you will want to connect with people throughout the day. And that might mean going to the local cafe, going to a mums and tots a group, going to a community group, going for lunch with friends and family, going to the gym with friends and family, talking to the people at the gym. You know, it could be absolutely anything, but connect with people. Make it your business. Connect with one extra person every single day. And by the end of the year, that will be 365 extra people that you've been talking to that you didn't know a year ago. You know, absolutely phenomenal input comes from other people. And sometimes people aren't qualified to give you that advice. Sometimes they really are because they've lived it. And, you know, knowledge shared is how the world grows and how we grow as individuals. Now, can you imagine if the likes of Einstein, Tesla, and Napoleon Hill kept all of that information to themselves? We wouldn't be where we are today. And Elon Musk wouldn't be thinking about taking us to Mars. Now, whether you think that's a good thing or a bad thing, he had a dream and he's making that dream come true. And we need dreams too. Now, we shouldn't be dreaming just when we're asleep. We should be dreaming when we're awake too. And this is where a positive mental outlook on life comes into making you healthy. Dream big. If you can write down a goal and you can achieve it, you're not dreaming big enough. When Muhammad looked at the mountain, Muhammad said that mountain's too big for me to climb. And then he thought, but if I take one step at a time, I will get there. And that's exactly what we need to do. We need to take one step at a time to get where we want wanting to go. And you'll go, I don't know where I want to go, Isabella. I don't know what I want to do. I'm burnt out. All I do is spend all my time at work or looking after the family. I've not got time for all of this. Yes, you have. Got 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening, 5 minutes when you get up, 5 minutes when you're going to bed to plan it out. And if you need some help, engage with somebody like me that can help you, because we are able to see what you can't see. We've worked with hundreds and thousands of people, so we can really see the processes that are going on in your life because we've been there, we've seen it, we've probably done it ourselves, and we know what's coming next. Now, this is where we guide you to help you become the person you want to be, because 9 times out of 10, all we want to do is become a really healthy, happy version of ourselves. We don't want to be somebody else. We want to be ourselves, be our authentic selves. And people like me can help you do that. Now, I hope this information has been helpful for you today. If it hasn't, leave me a comment. If it has, give me a thumbs up. But don't forget to subscribe, because I really need you to subscribe to the channel. And I really need to start helping more people. And the only way the algorithm is going to let me help more people is by people subscribing. So I hope you've had fun today. I hope you've taken down a few notes. And I hope to goodness that you start to implement some of these practices. Now, in one of my next videos, I'm going to start going over some of the daily routines that you can do to make your life a healthier, happier place where you can avoid burnout, you can avoid confusion, and you can stop saying to yourself, I can't, because you really, really can, and you really, really should, and you really, really must take the next step to improving your health and well-being and changing your life to that life that you want to actually live, the one that you dreamt about when you were 9, the one that you aspire to become. Now, as I said, subscribe. Look out for the next video, and see you soon. Have a great and fantastic, amazing day. Until next time, have a great one. Hang around with healthy